Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of Train Sim World. Today we are back in the absolutely beautiful Class 380 Desiro multiple unit. We're back in Glasgow Central where it sounds like something else is coming in. Yeah, is it a 380? It is. I'm going to say sometimes you can't tell if it's a 380 or a 385, but I think the 385 is just behind it there. Yeah, it looks like it's a slightly darker shade of blue. Maybe because it's ever so slightly newer. Maybe the paint's not faded, I don't know. But yes, we are going to be taking this on a run through to a little town called Neilston. I must first of all thank Wyvern, 7 Juliet 9 Sierra Whiskey. I don't know if that's how you say your YouTube name there, but yes, thank you so much for showing me that you can actually, or telling me that you can fix the hood. I'm waving at it now in the bottom right hand corner. I didn't like it when it first came in, but then when I was forced to use the minimal HUD last time when there was some sort of update and it moved it up to the top where the load passengers are, I found it just a really awkward place to be. Like, you tend to look at the controls which are down here. This is a logical place. If that HUD that was up there was down here, that would be really sensible, but yeah, for me that was just a little bit weird. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I've gone into the settings, I've tweaked about with it a little bit. I have also realised that my settings weren't on really high mode, so I've turned them up to ultra. Again, why it wouldn't do that I don't know. Oh right, hang on, off we go. Right, we'll press door close. Now this particular unit, if you haven't watched my last video, is £12.99. You can get it from the link in the description, and it's a really nice drive. Is that on? Nope. Off we go. Yeah, it's a really nice drive. If you're sort of sitting on the fence, I will go for this. It's not perfect by any stretch. It's not perfect, but it is a lovely drive. I think a couple of little bug updates, and this thing will be really nice. Cathcart Circle is, of course, our line of preference today. It's a slow little plod around Scotland. You can already see, actually, this looks miles better than it did before. It just goes to show if I'd have turned my settings up, would have been absolutely fine. So where are we going today? We're in Glasgow. Last time we went for a full run around the circle. Whereas this time we're going. Where's this? Is this Neilston, or is that our first stop? We're going down there, I believe. Yeah, that might be. Oh, first stop Moyer End. So yeah, I think we are a 1 November head code. Oh, where are we? 1 November 1-2 Glasgow Central to Neilston. It's quite an early morning service, 10 to 8 in the morning. We're going to be stopping at Moyer End, Williamwood, Whitecraigs, Patterton, Neilston, and Neilston Head Shunt. It's about half an hour the video should be. We should be there for 8:15. It's about 25 minutes time, which is, yeah, it's so we're not going to be stopping at any of the little stations by the look of things round the Cathcart Circle. What are we actually running in today? We're in a 4-car unit, a 380/1. Last time we drove the 3-car unit. And of course they do come in formations such as 6-car. I don't know if they run 7 and 8 cars, like a double 4-car set, or a 3-car and a 4-car, excuse me, together. But yeah, there's a nice little bit of variation. Nice run sounds as well while you're on the train. The sounds, they've really got these quite good. Usually, I mean, I sound surprised, don't I? Usually releases from Dovetail Games are very sort of hit and miss. The models always look absolutely stunning. The performance and sounds are a little bit off. But no, do you know what? The sounds sound pretty decent. And for some reason, this AWS is working better. Now, someone else put in the comments that there's like a 30% chance of having an absolutely knackered AWS horn. So I don't know if that was a feature. I'm assuming that's a feature. If I can I scroll down to that comment? Where's that comment now? Right, let's not just stop. Where are we now? There was yeah. Ah, there we go. Morgan the Time Lord did actually comment saying there's a 33% chance that your train will get a worn out AWS. It's got working ASDO, which will be why the doors didn't open in the last episode when we were hanging off the platform. Functional TMS, of course. I didn't actually check to see if the lights were on in the passenger saloon, but I mean they seem to be, don't they? We've got passengers on board, which is lovely. What else? Sometimes there are rattles and squeaking when going over points. Well, of course, I'd be gutted if there wasn't an squeaking going over points. Working guard panels, I've not tried them, but I'll take your word for it, because you can actually lean over behind and put a T key in. There. Lovely. And what else was it? Animated gangways. Yeah, we saw that as well. So yeah, I do think that they are. I mean, another comment in the last video was between this and the 710. I really think they're trying a lot harder, and I have to agree. The 710 Aventra is one of my favourite trains to drive. This might be taking over as one of my favourite trains to drive now on Train Sim World, because they do seem to be getting better than they were. Although that said, the 387 and the 377 were still brilliant trains. It's just a shame when we get like the release of the 170. It just sort of knocks my confidence again with Train Sim World, because the 170, alright, it looked fantastic, and it just didn't sound good at all. 158 though, oh, that was good. That was good. So yeah, trains on Train Sim World are very hit and miss, which is another fantastic reason why you should subscribe to this channel, so that you can watch because obviously I'll be covering them when they come out. You'll be able to watch that before you go out and buy it. So yeah, there you go, little plug for the channel. I mean, I don't know, you're already here watching it if you've just heard that, but yeah, if you haven't, do go and subscribe. You know it makes sense. It's the only logical thing to do. Obviously, semi-express service here. I didn't realise that they had these. Is this just an early morning, like, peak time thing? Do they all stop during the day? Here we go. We'll go up to full speed. They are absolutely rapid, these things. I think, just looking at it, the 4 cars are actually... the performance on this is worse than the 3 car that we drove the other day. Which is interesting. They've obviously put it in as a trailer car. Obviously there's more weight and the same amount of power. There you go, a little bit of flange going around the corner there. And get back from the edge of the platform. I just spied you there. Full steam ahead. Yeah, this is the only thing for me. It's a little plod, isn't it? But then again, driving around the London Overground route for this game, the Goblin line, that is also a plod. It's just a shame because these units are 100-mile-an-hour capable units, and I do sort of feel like they go 100 mile an hour. I do sort of feel like they are wasted a little bit on this line. I mean, I'm sure that. Hang on, let's try and get a nice screenshot there. Look at that. That's lovely. Right, we do actually need a bit of power because we're going uphill here. It's a 1.3% gradient. There we go. Right. Too busy taking a screenshot, that's why. Yeah, it's quite nice. The AWS is working. When I was first playing it, I was streaming it on Discord with a couple of friends, and I was like, surely that's not the sound. They must have really messed that up. But yeah, I can't believe that they've done that. That it's like a 33% chance that the AWS is knackered. That's just brilliant. That's my sort of attention to detail that I really, really like in a product. Right, so we're coming off to the right here. Whereabouts are we on the map then? So we're here. So we are actually not quite round. So that's the branch. There's another branch that's just gone off there. Whoops. There we go. And then we're going to have to slow right down for this 20 round here. There you go. You can just see down there. That's the dive under there. Oh, we are actually stopping at Moyer End here. Is that this station? I think it is. Oh no, it's not. It's the next one. Look, 0.9 miles. That'll be there on the hood. Does seem a little bit silly that we don't stop here, because I mean, let's face it, we're going through at. Oh wow, 314. Brilliant. I do believe that they've gone now, haven't they, the 314s? I think the 318s are the last surviving British Rail electric units, because obviously the 315s have gone. I guess the 508s on Merseyrail, or 507s, sorry. The Peps, there's a couple of them still going, isn't there? Obviously, the Cathcart Circle going round to the right-hand side now. This is the other branch whose name I've completely forgotten. What's the name of the branch? Neilston Branch. Lovely. Do you know what? I think after driving this, particularly with the graphics settings turned right up. Wow, look, we can get up to 50. Oh! Yeah, particularly with the graphics settings turned right up. I think I'm going to have to spend more time on this. This is lovely. I've never really given Cathcart Circle a look in because I didn't enjoy driving the 314, to be honest with you. Now, I know so many of you are going to fall off your chair in shock. Like, what? 314s are amazing. How can you not enjoy driving 314s? I don't know. I've never really... Like, I appreciate travelling on them. I love travelling on the old British Rail electric units. But always on train sim, I've always been a bit like, it just doesn't really do it for me. Let's actually just make sure we stop at this station. We're actually going right down the end of the platform, aren't we? So we can take the... just have a little bit of braking. Coming at 15. Moyer End. I wonder if there's something we can do on the platform here. If we... we'll stop the train. We are actually running a little bit late, aren't we? A couple of seconds late there. Right, doors unlocked. Oh no, we're due straight out, look, so there's nothing we can do here. I'm going to say we could jump out and maybe... there we go. Maybe look at completing some of the tasks. Full steam ahead. Just bang it in full power. Off we go. Pin everybody back in the seats. Next stop, Williamwood. Approximately 1.2 miles. So I think I prefer driving these branches because you can actually get up to a bit of speed. Well, I say a bit of speed. 50 mile an hour. I think I really like that screenshot we took earlier, but I am just going to have another one. Look at that. Doesn't it look... It's such a good looking unit. There's quite a few people that don't like these. They think they're very ugly trains, and I have to disagree. I mean, look at that. Oh, look at that, with a bit of camber on as well. Oh, I just think they're stunningly beautiful units. I do like the whole Desiro fleet, to be honest with you. There's none of the Desiros, be it 185s, 350s, 450s, 444s, 380s, 360s. And they always look a bit odd, I find. They're just like 350s, aren't they, with no gangways. Got the same headlight clusters. But yeah, I always find they look a little bit odd, but I don't dislike them. I think they're absolutely brilliant. Because people say, oh, well, they're just the same as 185s, aren't they? But they're not. Obviously, they're electric units. But I do find this run sound seems a little bit fast for 33 mile an hour. It's like it doesn't quite slow down properly. You know, it sounds like we're going a lot faster. It should just... There you go. It's dying off a little bit now. It should die off a little bit sooner, in my opinion, the run sounds. But this is all stuff that can be tweaked. Hang on, this is a 3 and a 6 stop car board. That's fine. Oh, we didn't quite manage that, but it's not a problem. Bang it in neutral, how's that? Have we actually fit on the platform this time? We have, that makes a lovely change. You see, I just want to take more screenshots, it's very pretty. There we go, we'll have like that with the sun reflecting. The thing that I will say about Train Sim World, I know that I've always said I prefer Train Sim Classic, and I still do prefer Train Sim Classic. This, although it's a very beautiful train, it's a very nice train to drive, it's not convinced me that Train Sim World is better than Train Sim Classic. And do you know what? I don't think it ever will. But the thing about Train Sim Classic is the screenshots are beautiful in a lot of cases. But that is just something else, isn't it? I mean, look at that. It's just lovely. Just absolutely lovely. Right, there we go. We'll bang it in full power. Just watch it take off. Look at that. I'm stuck in a tree. Doesn't it sound good? And I realise that obviously train sim is nowhere near standing there in real life, but I reckon if one of these things took off full power, that's a seriously impressive thing to watch. I would actually like to go up to Glasgow, you know, it's many moons since I last went up to Glasgow, and actually ride about on some of these things, you know, do a bit of spotting, bit of photography. I think that'd be absolutely fantastic. I'll have to speak to Magic Toad, organise a trip. Problem is when it comes round to your long weekends, I always think, oh, I've had enough of trains from working on them day in day out. I don't want to go spend more time on trains. There we go, we'll just pop it in the initial. Bit more braking, lovely. Whitecraigs, next stop. Oh, 314, they're coming the other way here. I would actually like on Train Sim World to be able to drive like that. You know all the speed limits of a route. Just know everything about the route. Sadly, I mean, that's not going to happen, is it? Because I never spend long enough on it. But I would really, really like to, you know, just sort of drive up and down so that I know exactly where to brake. All the stations, exactly where the stop car boards are. Wouldn't that be so cool? Obviously, you don't really need to stop by the television screens here, do you? Because you've got these. I mean, I know that they don't work. They never do on Train Sim, do they? Oh, wow, you can turn the brightness up and down. But the negative doesn't work. You just have to... Oh, you can zoom in. Enter. F. So the buttons are functional, just no image. Ah! Oh, yeah, I forgot you can close the door. A lot of the buttons are functional. You know, you can press a lot of the stuff. Don't think that should work while the doors are still open, should it? They're not interlock. Obviously, they seem to be set up for guard and driver operation. Now, where actually are the guards buttons? Because obviously, oh, release doors left and close doors right. I see. I couldn't see them on that side, but I guess they're behind this head cushion. The 185s and 350s have the head cushions as well on the right hand side, don't they? I think that's a common Desiro thing for the second man side in inverted commas. Yes, same flippy down seats. I love that. It's a shame because those Siemens seats, I think they're perfectly comfortable, you know, and they go on about, oh, we need the harder seats because they're more fire retardant. But in my experience of travelling on Desiro units across the country, I've never been on one that, you know, the seats spontaneously combusted. You know, burst into flames. It's never happened, so it's a shame they can't use the nice squishy seats. I think those Desiro seats on, for instance, the IETs, LNERs, IETs, Great Westerns, I think they'd be perfectly acceptable in standard class. It's a shame they opt for these very hard, uncomfortable seating. Next stop, Patterton. Bob it in initial there. Oh, hang on, we're going to have to slow down a little bit more because we're going to be hitting the platform at 40 miles an hour at this rate, and that is a little bit fast. So again, run sounds just a little bit enthusiastic for 30 miles an hour, aren't they, these run sounds? I wonder if there's a way that you can turn that blue splat off. I wonder if there's a way. Should we have a look in the... there we go. We'll go in the settings. HUD and gameplay. Next signal, speed, objective marker. Right, if we turn that off... Yeah. So we've still got this at the top, but obviously the blue splatter's gone. That looks like we're rounding the corner really fast there, doesn't it? Right, we'll have a nice screenshot of that. Oh, it just looks so good. I wonder if we can do that, because that's a little bit more Train Sim Classic, isn't it? So it still gives us the yardage on there. Right, we're ready to go. Blow whistle out doors. Driver only operated service, this one, isn't it? By all accounts. Full steam. Oh, hang on. Bob it in forward, Joe. Come on. Neilston, 3.6 miles. Wow, we're actually getting up to a bit of speed here. Hold on to your hats, everybody. And even, if you look in the top right-hand corner, it's even going up to 55 miles an hour. I mean, this is unheard of speeds for the Cathcart Circle. I realise it's not the Cathcart Circle anymore, is it? It's the Neilston Branch. There we go, straight up to 50. Yeah, I would like them to add these onto the Edinburgh-Glasgow line, because I think it'd be quite nice to be able to belt it up to 100 miles an hour in one of these things on a... I'm assuming they do run that. I feel like I've seen a 380 in Edinburgh before. It's quite a shame, because, I mean, the last time I saw one of these, I mean, these were these one of the first trains delivered into the new ScotRail livery? I think they were the first brand new ones, weren't they? Because other than that, it was 170s. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it was 170s, wasn't it, before this? These were like the newest. I mean, there's the Junipers, isn't there? The 334s. Ooh, I don't like those things. But yeah, oh wow. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's a very pretty game, isn't it, this? Do you know what? I reckon Train Sim World would have been... I think it would have wiped Train Sim Classic off the planet, but Dovetail made the fatal mistake of not allowing third-party modifications. You know, it's I mean, now they're starting to work. Well, I said they're starting to work. You know, they're working with people like Alan Thompson Sim, Skyhook Games. You know, it's Thompson Interactive, but obviously there's no sort of third-party routes, is there? There's no, you know, the scenarios, alright, they're just not quite... You know what I mean? Train Sim World has not as much functionality for people to mod it, you know, and heavily mod it, freeway routes and things. It's really, really good in that sense. I feel like they're a lot more controlling over what you do on this. That said, I do like the fact that you can hop in this train, drive it to the end, shut down the cab, get out, walk to the other end, drive it back again, like real life. You know, we're Train Sim Classic, you're a lot more reliant on scenarios, aren't you, to keep you occupied. So, you know, it's one of them. It's got its positives, it's got its negatives. I don't think the Cathcart Circle is quite enough for me to, like I say, to convince me that this is the game I'm going to be playing from now on, and to completely drop Train Sim Classic. Magic Toad has very kindly provided me a scenario, which hopefully we're going to live stream. Obviously, we made it to 30,000 subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for all your support. I can't thank you enough. So I'm looking at doing a 30,000 subscriber special, but I've not been able to get a scenario that flipping well works. I've got a Train Sim scenario, and I'm like, yes, it's working, and then temp dump crash. Like, no, for crying out loud. A nightmare. Honestly, it's a nightmare. I don't know what these random noises are, because I'm not moving the throttle up and down. There's sort of random clicking noises. Obviously, you've got the flange as we're going around corners, but like there's... Like I'm twiddling about with controls, like clicking noise. Like if I... Obviously, that's a bit loud. Good job I pressed that, because we've got a single yellow coming up. Right, we'll pop a bit of braking in. Half a mile to Neilston. Hopefully we get a nice platinum medal. I do like it when they're all completed in platinum. Just coming back to them run sounds, ever so slightly enthusiastic. See, it's sort of almost like a body flex thing, isn't it, that clicking noise? Maybe it's the cab door that's rattling. I don't know, but it's a bit weird. I feel like I'm pressing something, but obviously I'm not. Right, we'll slow down for this ramp now. Some companies like you to do less than 20, others like you to do less than 15, because obviously we're coming up to a red, aren't we? So we'll do 15. And that is where we're going to finish the video. I do hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Obviously, we've got a head shunt to do on the end. I'm not going to do that in the video, because shunting's a little bit boring, isn't it? I've never really fancied depot driving, to be honest with you, or shunting. Or I know it's a very important part of train driving, but I like to be, you know, mainline, whizzing along. So yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, please do click the like button. It's always appreciated. And again, do make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already, so that you never miss out on any Train Sim World action. I think we're definitely coming back to this. I think we're going to do a few more scenarios on the Cathcart Circle. Whoa, what's happened to me frame rates there? Yeah, we're going to do a few more, because it's absolutely fantastic. I love this unit. Yeah, lovely, lovely stuff. Yeah, apart from that, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.